Welcome back here to Dragon Age 2. We are in the Gallows Courtyard of Kirkwall. Love it so far, and we need to go get our home fixed up. This thing looks amazing with the new frames per second or whatever upgrade, I guess, that just happened on the Xbox. And we're playing on an Xbox Series S, of course, but this is the Xbox 360 version. And just really enjoying the game so far. First things we have to do, though, here is just level up our guy real quick. And he is going to be two-handed. We are fine with just getting his strength up one more. Good one there. What is that? We'll get other things, but Giant's Reach, the warrior's two-handed attacks rip through the air with such power that each generates a shockwave past the point of impact, effectively extending the weapon's reach. This affects basic attacks, Whirlwind Mighty Blow, plus 1 meter for two-handed attacks, passive ability. Yeah, I think we are. Let's just do that, because that's our basic go-to for a minute for him. And what about abilities? Wait, didn't we just do that? What am I? Confirm. Oh, okay. Sorry, I backed out before. He is a rival. I don't understand how that's going to work, but we also have our Aveline with us. Nice little crew. Loving it. And we are on a quest where we have to, you know what? For our first time, let's check our journal and look at our quest here. Find Gamlin, Amel, or some other way into Kirkwall. So we're out. We have to, yeah, get a home. So let's look around. They're not letting people into the town.
You came to the wrong place, just like the others.
And this is kind of taking place then during the first Dragon Age, huh? Interesting. Who are you guys? You look shady over here. Okay. What do you have to say about all this, Mother?
We need to find your uncle. With any luck, he's received my letter.
Okay, well then let's walk up and try to talk to somebody here. There we go.
Get back to the crowd, you lot. Trying to bully your way through won't get you into Kirkwall any faster.
But you do intend to let us in.
We have enough poor of our own in the free marches. We don't need you refugees piling up here like a middens heap.
A middens heap, eh? What is this place?
I heard someone call this fortress the Gallows. Is it a prison?
Used to be. Back in the Imperial days. They kept slaves here until the rebellion. Now the Templars run it, and use it to lock up their mages. Guess not much has changed.
Oh, that pisses me off right away, because we're a mage. They lock up mages?
Are mages imprisoned here?
Well, no more than anywhere else. It's a circle of magi now. Magic is to serve man, not rule him. And mages are better locked up where they don't hurt anyone.
Oh man, can we stab this guy in the throat right now? What will happen to us?
Why aren't we being allowed into the city?
If it were up to me, I'd bar the gates and let you find somewhere else to beg. But it's not. Some of you lot might have legitimate business in the city.
Yes.
So Knight Commander Meredith wants us to sort you all out. Most of you are getting right back on your ships, though.
Who's Knight Commander Meredith?
That's a Templar title. Why would a city guardsman answer to the Templars?
We don't answer to her, but she's the power in Kirkwall. Don't know what would happen if the Viscount went against something she wanted, but he's sure never taken that chance.
Alright, well, we're done with that then, so tell me who to talk to. I need to get into the city. Goodbye. We already know. Goodbye.
I'll find my own way out of here.
You want in, talk to Captain Ewald. I'm just here to keep you refuse from climbing the walls.
Refuse, yeah. Quest updated, the destruction of Lothering. Okay, guardsman, who do we talk to? This other guy over here? Where? Well, they're letting us through, so obviously it's this way.
The gates are shut.
There's our nice map, okay.
Not a good sign for a lot of people.
Yes, I agree with that. And we have, by the way, Sorcha is our name.
Escape Lothering? Almost everyone who hadn't fled.
My older sister. If she wasn't with us, I don't think we'd be here.
But you seem quite skilled as well.
I'm not my sister.
Bethany? Yeah, well, I mean, we had something to do with it there too, taking out that ogre.
Do you have a ship? Something to get us out of here?
Oh, look at these wall carvings, by the way. Is this slaves? Yeah, see, I don't like Templars. I don't like the chantry. I don't like slavers. We're going to see... They're really throwing it at us in this one, aren't they? But we have to be practical. More shady people in the corner. Is this who we have to talk to? Not yet. Well, I mean, he let us go this far. I'm kind of walking around away from it. What's over here? Ooh, who's Friedrich?
Did I not tell you to keep the rabble out of here?
There's only so much I can do, Monsieur. I don't control the gallows.
Then what am I paying you for?
I think I recognize the voice actor. What am I paying you for? Okay. Yeah, we should just be going forward, but I like searching around at things, kind of exploring. There's Captain Ewald.
What you want? Money. I can pay you.
All the gold and faders won't make the city any larger.
Don't trust that shit. Where are we supposed to go?
I don't know, Sirrah, but there's nothing for you here.
Oh, well, nothing for us there, huh? Ooh, a merchant? We don't...
I've already told you, I can't give you any more for them.
But that was everything we have. It's all we brought with us.
Aw.
And I feel for you, Sirrah, but it's the best I can do.
Okay, Sarah.
If they just let us into the city, I could get 3 times that price.
Meran,
Remove her.
Your business is done.
But...
now then, what can I do for you, Sirrah?
What kind of shop is this? Did you cheat that woman?
She didn't seem very happy with the deal you made.
What am I supposed to do? Buy every piece of furniture these people dragged with them?
These people.
You mean people like us?
Of course, my apologies.
Why is he apologizing to
My
us?
point is that I'm running a business, not a charitable order. I'm sorry.
I imagine the profits help with the guilt.
Right. What kind of shop is this, though?
I didn't think there'd be any stores here in the fortress.
There are many merchants who come here right now who can't afford the bribes to enter the city. So the Templars suggested having someone set up shop, temporarily. And I am the lucky man.
Lucky indeed, right?
You mean you paid your own bribes to be here?
If they allowed everyone to set up shop, this place would turn into a bazaar. Sadly, there's only so much I can do for those Fereldens. Poor sods.
I'm sure you're very broken up over it.
I meant you. Folks like yourself.
Yeah, but, I mean, we're no different than anybody else who's out here right now. I don't know why he would be deferential, but let's
I don't need anything.
get out of here for now.
As you wish, Sirrah.
We're just finding out about the politics of this area, though. And I don't think there's anything over these ways, but we're gonna keep scoping. You just never know. Oh, hey, what's up, weirdo? Okay, well, let's go talk to Captain Ewald.
Let us through, you flaming blighter. We're not staying in this pit.
Then get back on your ship and leave.
Nice hair.
Kirkwall has no more room for refugees.
The ship's already gone. We've paid
Ooh.
good coin to get here.
You and half of Ferelden. There's nothing I can do. The city is full.
He's tainted there, didn't he? He had some of that darkspawn blight in him or whatever. A guard told me differently. You must be letting some in. It's a big city. This is ridiculous. I'm gonna say a guard told me differently.
One of the guards said you were letting in people who have business in the city.
We have business.
That's right. We've seen you let lots of people through.
Citizens and merchants that make it worth our while. I'll assume that you don't have any more coin than these gentlemen. We've been letting you Fereldens in for months. You're too late. There's no more room.
But we've got family here.
I've heard claims like that 1,000 times already, trust me. We'll find some ships to take you all back to Ferelden,
Yeah.
eventually. Until then, you stay here.
Yeah, take us all back. Wouldn't you rather we left? Who decided this? How much to get in? I'm gonna say, wouldn't you rather we left?
If you find our uncle, Gamlin Amel, you might just have a few less refugees bothering you.
Gamlin? I know that name.
He's a nobleman here in the city. Our family has an estate.
A nobleman? The only Gamlin I know
Ooh.
is a weasel who couldn't rub 2 coppers together. He comes back, I'll bring you to him. But I don't have time to...
What? You gonna let them through?
I didn't say anything about
We've been here for 4 days.
Oh.
They just got here.
They're gonna
That's
fight.
it. We're carving our way out of here. Men?
I knew this would happen.
Oh, shit. Deserter. Is there... I don't think we have... Can we just fight? Yeah, let's just fight. Let's just burn them all. Come on, guys. Here, I'll just... I don't want to hurt all the other people if we can. I'm looking at our health down there. Let's, yeah. Oh, I hit the wrong guy. Kind of moving around. Oh, more deserters, huh? Well... Yeah, now they're gonna let us in just for helping out, right? There we go. Cast some health.
I love it when a plan works out.
Unbelievable.
How badass we are. Wait,
Captain,
what?
Are you all right?
I am, no thanks to you. Where is everyone? Go find them. I want this kept under control.
Sad though.
You have my thanks.
I didn't want to slaughter those people.
I can't get you into the city. It's not my decision. But I'll find your uncle and bring him here.
Well, it's a start. It'll get us moving, right? Oh, looking sharp.
It's been 3 days.
Oh,
this
no.
waiting has to end.
I'm sure it won't be much longer. Gamlin must still be looking for us.
And if he's not?
We're all redheads.
Don't look now, but I think that's our man.
Our noble uncle.
Leandra. Damn, girl. The years haven't been kind to you.
Gamlin!
Oh, smacking. Right across the face.
Let me say up front, I wasn't expecting this. The Blight, your husband, dead. I'd figured you'd pretty much be Ferelden for life.
That's why he lied, right?
Oh, Gamlin. We came too late. My darling Bethany didn't make it, and dressed to guide her.
Aw, poor Bethany.
Oh, make her save me. Leandra, don't drop this on me here. I don't even know if I can help you get in.
Oh, what an ass, man. What about Mother? What if I ask nicely? Then I'll get us in.
There are other ways to get into a city.
Sure. That worked real well for those soldiers we fought.
Only because we killed
I hate
them.
to agree, but there's a reason they housed us in an old prison.
I was hoping to grease some palms, but the Knight Commander's been cracking down. We're gonna need more grease.
But what about the estate? Surely Father left something when he died?
Right, about the estate. It's, gone.
Gambling.
To settle a debt. I've been meaning to write you.
Asshole.
Then there's no hope.
Not quite. I know some people who might help. If you're not too delicate about the company you keep.
We can't stay here. Sounds like fun or sounds suspicious. Let's investigate a little bit. Wait. So there's no family fortune?
Mother said our family was wealthy. You really can't help us.
I am blighted helping. I've got 2 offers of work from people who've got the coin to open those gates.
I still can't believe you sold the estate. Gamlin, how could you?
Yep.
Well, I didn't expect your blasted family to show up on my doorstep. I've got a nice place in Lowtown. You'll
guy's an ass.
see, it'll all work out.
I don't like him. Why don't we just leave?
Do we need to stay in Kirkwall? Let's go to another city.
This was my home. I can't believe they won't let me come back.
Every city on the coast's been hip-deep in Ferelden since the Blight. You could try your luck further inland, I suppose, but it won't be easy.
We're not putting Mother through that. We came here. We're staying here.
Oh yeah, you're the big decider, huh? Big boy. I'm gonna say I don't like the idea.
What do you mean exactly, Gamlin?
Right, tell me.
I talked to my contacts, and I found some people who might be willing to pay your way into the city.
What do we have to do?
The catch is, you and your brother will have to work off the debt. For a year.
No way.
A year?
It's the best I could do. Trust me when I say a bunch of refugees won't get a better option anywhere else.
This is the best you could do? So what's a year? This will not stand in our way.
We cut down dozens of Darkspawn and an ogre to get here. That has to count for something.
Unless you brought an ogre's head along on the boat, I doubt it. I managed to convince my contacts to come to the gallows to meet you personally. Meran heads up the mercenary company, the Red Iron. They're looking for recruits. Athenril, I guess you might call her a smuggler. Either one of them can help you.
Oh.
All you need to do is find them in the courtyard and convince them you're worth the trouble.
Okay, well, Carver?
What do you think about this, Carver?
What can I say? Better here than nowhere.
Okay, tell me about the mercenary.
What kind of man is this Meran?
He's a hired sword. What do you expect him to be like? I wouldn't bring him home for dinner or anything, but he's got a decent reputation. I wouldn't have asked him if I thought he'd cross you.
Right. Tell me about the smuggler.
How dangerous is this smuggler's work?
Well, it won't be pretty working for her. She's a pretty small fish compared to some of the other thieves' guilds around here. But she's tough, she's fair, and she never deals in slaves or flesh.
Oh, she never deals in slaves. I kind of like that. But I'll go talk to them.
Let's find them and see what they have to say.
Oh, Gamlin, I don't know about this.
It's a lot of coin, Leandra. Don't go expecting our name to carry the kind of weight it used to.
Why not?
And what of me? I will not allow others to incur debts on my behalf.
Can't see that it makes a difference. You look like a lady who can pull her own weight.
Then you'll come with us.
I have no real option.
I guess.
You.
All right, quest updated. The destruction of Lothering. So we need to go out into the courtyard and talk to these fools. Now, is this a one or the other choice? Do we want to talk to this asshole again? You have anything to say?
So, that was your uncle, was it? Good. I thought he was another confidence man trying to sell promises. I don't suppose he has the coin you'll need to get in.
He might. What about our help? No, he doesn't. He might have a way. What about our help?
We just helped save your life. Isn't that worth something?
If it were just up to me, I'd let you through. But there are a lot of eyes watching, a lot of palms that need greasing. My suggestion? Wait for a ship and hope the next city hasn't already closed their doors.
All right, well, that's not useful. Now, if we check our map here, we can get to it. Who are these people? There's Sorcha, the docks, courtyard, gallows market, right. So, back behind us would be... It's Meeran from the mercenaries, or, you know what, I'm going to head back here. I was thinking, we're not a rogue, but that might be even more reason to come over and deal with some of these smugglers. Ooh, what's up? And they're Elvish. That's cool.
Are you Athenril?
You must be Gamlin's niece.
I should have known the name.
Interesting. I don't know what he told you about us, but he certainly told us a great deal about you.
She looks crazy.
How much exactly?
Enough to pique our interest, provided you can justify your uncle's confidence.
Well, investigate. I'll do what it takes. Not interested. I want to investigate. Yeah, we have to investigate here. So you're a smuggler.
I'd like to know more about what we'd be doing for you.
I can be honest. We don't compete with the Thieves Guild, but we keep our fingers in a lot of pots. That said, we're not killers or slavers. Anything short of that, however, is fair game.
Do what you want, but this sounds fishy to me.
Begging and taking your pick never went hand in hand.
Let's see. You're offering a lot for us. How do you know Gamlin?
How did you get to be one of my uncle's contacts?
Is that what he calls me? He owes us after that last big idea. If you turn out, though, we'll consider things even.
Oh, okay, okay. You're offering a lot for us to get us in, right?
I hear getting us into the city isn't cheap.
If you're as good as your uncle claims, we're hoping you'll be worth it. After all, it's not every day we're offered an apostate's services.
Oh, I love it. You know I'm a mage. How about that? Yep.
I didn't realize Gamlin had told you that much.
The Templars in Kirkwall like to think they have all mages properly leashed, but when has that ever been true? We can keep them from taking notice while you're with us. Wouldn't be the first time.
Sounds good. I'll do it. Damn it. If we say I'm not interested, do I automatically have to go to the mercenary? Let me try one more time. So you're a smuggler.
I'd like to know more about...
I can be honest.
Right.
That's... Do what you want.
Begging and taking your pick never went hand in hand.
Can I just say goodbye?
I'll find some other way into the city.
Suit yourself. I'll be around for a bit, if you change your mind.
It is good to get these things out of the way, too, I would suppose, to know the game mechanic there, because I want to go over here. I want to find out this stuff before we totally, like, say no to him. What are you doing here, Mother?
I never thought I would find myself begging to be allowed back into Kirkwall.
Oh, well. Such is life.
Meran?
And you must be Hawke.
Hawke.
Nice.
Sorcha Hawke.
Your uncle talked up a storm about you. He better not be blowing more smoke out his ass.
It sounds like he blows a lot of smoke out his ass, and that kind of bothers me. But let's find out. So you're the merc, you're paying a lot of money. How do you know him, my smoke-blowing ass uncle?
My uncle doesn't seem like the sort to hang out with mercenaries.
He doesn't. Gamlin cheated one of my men at a wallop match.
A wallop match?
You turn out, we'll call it even.
Interesting. Well, so you're a merc?
I'd like to know more about you first.
Right. You're not a marcher like your uncle. The Red Iron is well known in these parts. We pick who we work for and keep our noses clean. But anyone screws with us, we mess them up. Makes sense.
Makes sense.
Makes sense.
All I know is if we join the company, I'm going to start talking like that.
Ha, that's funny. A little something from Carver. And you're paying a lot of money.
Getting us into the city will take a lot of coin.
Did I mention the Red Iron gets paid pretty well? Not to mention your uncle said you were a mage.
Ooh, keeps coming up.
We're willing to pay for that.
Gamlin told you too, so everybody in this damn town knows I'm a mage.
Does everyone know about us?
You're not in the circle yet? Then probably not. You stick with us. You'll be safe. For a year, at least.
Okay. Well, that's... you know what? We're going to say not interested, and we can decide here.
I'll find some other way into the city.
If I change my mind.
Let me know how that works out for you.
Right, but I could change my mind and come back to him. So, the real question is then, who's this guy? Oh, Gamlin, you bastard.
Remember, it's Meeran or Athenril you're looking for. Either of them can help you out.
Okay, well, what I'm going to do is come over here and deal with this lady, because she's anti-slaver. She's an amazing elf. She might get us a rogue in here, and I just have no idea how this is going, but we're going to pick her.
Change your mind?
Yes, we
or
have.
No?
I'll do whatever it takes.
Tell me what you need done.
There's a merchant named Athenril, friend of the Templars, so they let him set up his little shop here in the Gallows. We supplied him in return for a piece of the take, but now he won't pay up.
Oh, that asshole.
We can't go near him without him screaming for the guard, but you can. Get our money from him and you're in.
Quest updated, the destruction of Lothering. You know, does it still take us? No, there's no, like, quick way to go to that. Okay. But that is a quick map, is your other button there. Let's go to our journal. Get Arlethan's coin from Athenril the merchant in the Gallows Court. Long way home. I'm just trying to wonder what we got here. Completed quests. An honest answer regarding apostates. We're not going to go there yet. I read every single book in the last playthrough here, but I'm not sure how... If I find a book, I'll read it, but I mean just like regular codex entries. I don't know if we're going to catch everything about it. We'll see. I don't know. I'm talking out loud about it. I'm going to read anything I want to read. How about that? Oh, are we supposed to break in and steal it? Yep. And we can't, so that's not our path.
Greetings once again, Sirrah. Have you come to trade?
Here we go.
I believe you owe your business partners something.
Oh, I see.
Should I go tell the guards?
Not just yet. I want to hear this.
Can we convince or do anything?
Athenril sent you to collect, did she? Too cowardly to do it herself.
Aveline? Question mark. We're all friends here, no? There's no need for violence. I could be persuaded to go. You need to pay what you're owed. Now, we could use Aveline as our muscle, right? Is that what they're saying? Or ask her. I'm going to say we're all friends here, no?
This has all just been a misunderstanding, hasn't it?
You think so?
I do. Don't you think business partners deserve a return on their investment?
Enough. I'm tired of fighting over this. Here, take the key for the chest. That should be enough to pay that witch. Now I'm getting out of here. Let those guards find someone else to buy Dogland junk.
Sounds good. Well, either way, we got it without having to kill everybody, right? I'll take it. 2 sovereigns. Look at those stabs. I'll take them. All right. What do you guys think? What do you think, Abilene?
So now we have to earn our way into the city. How hard can that be?
I don't know.
Let's just hope our dear old uncle is as good as his word.
I don't think he is. I think he's a little scuzz who we're going to have to stab right in the stomach. But we'll find out. We'll find out.
You could have given us something more challenging.
Will you look at that? Tell your uncle we'll make the arrangements. Welcome aboard.
Awesome. Nefarious. We completed it. 3 tactic slots acquired. Yay. Oh, I went up a level. Good. Damn it. Let's hit it. Now, I was thinking about it. Cunning increases defenses for all classes as well as the amount of damage inflicted by a critical hit. Cunning also determines rogues' aptitude for picking locks and disarming traps with difficulty. It's just, is there... I was wondering if cunning had anything to do with talking people into things or whatnot. I just don't know in this case. What I want to do, though, is we're going to split this up. We're going to go 1, 1, 1. Just to get a little more, a little more, a little more. Now what do we got here? That was our healing. I am not... Wait, what is that healing, though? Glyph of paralysis. Oh, okay. No. I'll maybe put some points into that later, but I think right now it's either going to be freezing or rock armor, stone fist, chain lightning. You know what? I have to find out here. Where is what these all are? Spirits and Spirit Bolt dispel magic, siphon, walking bomb right there. I heard that walking bomb is really good in this, and I'm interested in these anyway. Dispel magic, or we'll do Spirit Bolt. I like that. We're working towards that walking bomb because I do have a feeling it'll be really fun in this game, and we're moving forward. Let's get the hell out of here. Now, but who do we talk to? What do we do? Just follow the map, I guess. Oh, we're talking to our uncle, Mr. Gamlin.
Any luck?
Was there ever
Yes.
any doubt?
I'll speak to Athenril and see when the bribes can be made. Wait here.
I guess we did it. We're here to stay, at least for a while.
So long as we're safe, let's not do that again. For a year.
We'll see what happens when this debt is repaid.
If only Bethany were here with us.
Oh, quit bringing her up.
And Wesley.
Debbie Downers, all of you.
Well, we're off to a fantastic start. Let's see what else this city has in store.
Yes, let's. Cool, all right. We're off to a beginning.
Thus began the champion's first year in Kirkwall. Word arrived from across the sea that the hero of Ferelden had defeated the Blight.
Ooh, cool, cool, cool.
But Lothering was destroyed. Kirkwall was the champion's home now. So she remained, paying off her debt. Made a name for herself in the underworld.
Ooh, neat.
It was a busy year in the city. That's when the Qunari landed. A great storm had caught their ship and left hundreds of warriors stranded in the city, waiting to return home.
I love it. I love it.
Also when the trouble began with the mages. The Templars had become very powerful under Knight Commander Meredith. But, most importantly, that's when I first met the champion.
This is the dwarf still narrating, right? I think, maybe? Or am I wrong? I'm missing the voice. Love it. So far, really enjoying the narrative of the story, how it's just pushing us through. Which might be what people hate. Maybe this is a very linear, narrative-driven, forward game, which I kind of get. But in a way, great, man. Great for a channel, too. Oh, there we go.
No!
There we go.
Andraste's tits, human. You know how
So it
many
wasn't the
people
dwarf.
want to hire onto this expedition?
Look, we know you're going into the deep roads. You'll need to hire the best, and we're...
No! You're too late. Already done.
The money from this trip could fix everything. You need us. We fought Darkspawn.
Carver killing
Look,
it here.
Precious, I don't care if you tore the horns off an ogre with your bare hands.
You make him understand. We're running from your bloody Templars.
Oh, because of the mages shit going on. That's awesome. This isn't helping. You're right, but settle down. Shut up. No, we're going to be nice to him.
My brother has a point. It's on his head, but it's still valid.
Oh, thanks for that.
So what about it, Bertrand? We're just what you need.
You're looking for a quick way out of the slums, right? You and every other Ferelden in this dump. Find another meal ticket.
Well, back to waiting for someone to turn us in.
Did I just see Sandal in the background there? If not, they're using his damn face. Somebody took his face and put it on themselves. Hold on. I'm being distracted here. Back to waiting for someone to turn us in. Show some support. You're no mage. Why worry? You were no help. We need to quit being an asshole to him. But show some support is just being nice to him. But I'm going to say you're no mage. Why worry? That's kind of flippant and fun.
You can relax. After all, the Templars dogging us are mine.
Did I sound that bad? Maker, I'm turning into Gamlin. Gamlin? He's got a head for this garbage. Maybe he can talk to Bertrand. He knows some people. After last week, we need all the coin and influence we can get.
After last week, yeah. He's helped us this far. Well, if he has, then we should have a little bit better impression of him. We've lived here a year, haven't we? Risky but worth checking. A bad idea, but the only one. Risky but worth checking.
You catch more flies with honey. But Gamlin's bullshit could work too.
Ha.
Well, he did get us into the city, right?
He did.
What else can we do? We're losing ground, and I don't fancy waking up in the gallows.
Once again, looks great with the 60 frames per second or whatnot. It is smooth. Oh, who just stole from me?
Hey!
Hey, come join us. You're redhead too. Oh no. Oh shit. Oh.
I knew a guy once who could take every coin out of your pockets just by smiling at you. But you don't have the style to work Hightown, let alone the Merchant's Guild.
Yeah, then don't join. Oh, is he a dwarven rogue?
You might want to find yourself a new line of work. Off you go.
I was going to say, we're not going to kill whatever rogue steals from us. We're just going to track him and make him be part of our crew.
How do you do? Varric Tethras, at your service.
Varric Tethras.
I apologize for Bertrand. He would know an opportunity if it hit him square in the jaw.
But you would?
I would. What my brother doesn't realize is that we need someone like you.
Brother.
He would never admit it either. He's too proud. I, however, am quite practical.
Awesome. And this is the narrator then. I was just getting dwarves mixed up and stuff. But investigate. You're a little too smooth. How do we reason with him? Your brother refused me. Nope. Let's check him out. Are you in the expedition, or you know who we are? We'll ask if he knows who we are.
What makes you so certain we can help? You know nothing about us.
Oh, on the contrary. You've made quite the name for yourself over the last year. The Coterie has been squeezing smugglers out left and right, and the only group to survive owes it all to you two. The name Hawke is on many lips these days. Not bad for a Ferelden fresh off the boat.
All right, and what about Carver, my bro?
You must have heard of my brother as well, then.
A little, yes, but it is you they speak most of, Messer.
That figures.
Your brother is certainly welcome to join us by all means, but I'll leave that in your hands.
Oh, I'm going. Without this expedition, we won't last out the year.
Really enjoying the voice acting. Like, I mean, you can probably be critical of things and stuff like that, but at this moment, like, I'm into this. I like these characters. I love everybody. This is great. Do we have more investigate? Yeah, are you in the expedition?
You're part of Bertrand's venture.
Well, he's the brother.
That's right. The deep roads wouldn't normally be my thing, but I can't allow the head of our family to go down there alone. So as you might imagine, I have more than a passing interest in this expedition's success.
Right. Well, how do we reason with him? You're a little too smooth. Or your brother refused me. You're a little too smooth.
You're going awfully far out of your way just to hire another guard.
We don't need another hireling. We need a partner. The truth is, Bartrand's been tearing his beard out trying to fund this on his own, but he can't do it. Invest in the expedition. 50 sovereigns and he can't refuse. Not with me there to vouch for you.
Okay, 50 sovereigns. I don't have much coin. What's your big plan? This is pointless. What's your big plan? Oh, I forgot to maybe investigate. I don't know.
Like how I'm supposed to get that much coin together.
You need to think big. There's only a brief window after a blight when the deep roads won't be crawling with darkspawn. The treasure you find down there could set you and your family up for life.
Come on. The dwarf makes some sense.
He does.
No offense. Look, you started this, and it's a good idea. Certainly better than ending up in the gallows.
We work together, you and I, and before you know it, you'll have all the capital you need. What do you say?
Is there any more? This seems like a long shot, so how could you help me? I'm supposed to trust you? Well, first of all, that's fine. I don't care. So how could you help me?
What makes you so certain you'll be useful to me?
I know everyone in this city worth knowing. I can help you find the jobs you need, and if you don't need me for that, there's always Bianca.
Oh, Bianca. He named his crossbow?
You named your crossbow.
And why not? She's a beauty. Isn't that right, sweetheart?
Okay, well that's great. I'll do it. Why not? Why not? You know, olive branch, I'll do it. That's just like being overly good. Why not seems a little flippant. You better not be lying is throwing this. We're going to say you better not be lying.
If this is a trick, you'll pay for it, dwarf.
We gotta mix this up a little.
Wonderful. I'll take that as a yes. Kirkwall's crawling with work. You set aside some coin from every job and you'll have the money in no time.
Sure. Easy. But maybe Aveline's got some bounties out. She joined the city guard, right?
Oh.
We should talk privately when you get the chance. In the Hanged Man, maybe. I'll be there when I'm not with you. Now, let's go see what trouble we can stir up.
Oh, okay.
Hightown, where the rich go to piss their money away. This really is the best place in Kirkwall.
New quest, a friend in the guard. There's a bunch of things. Mark of the Assassin, so the three of us are here. Let's do this leveling up first. What's up, Carver? He is two-handed. We could, at any point, his strength has to go up. Just strength for now. We'll give him some constitution on the next run, maybe. We are major rivals with this guy. What else do we want to work on eventually? Battle master, some of those, but I'm still going for the two-handed run here. Let's see. What is this? Sunder. The warrior strikes carry such weight that the critical hits gave a chance to stagger the victim. Of course. Yep. Sounds good, man. And you, sir, we already know he's going to be kind of more archer, I think, stuff. So he's got to be dexterity, right? He's a dexterity build. And cunning. You know what? Let's get... Do we want both? Damn it. I don't know what we want. I think it's... He is a rogue. We need cunning. What did I hit here? There we go. He's going to be more of an archer, sabotage specialist. We have to do one of these where it's subterfuge, marksman. What is marksman? Bolts, yeah, of course. What else we got here? Oh, Bianca in general. We'll probably go with that. Pinning shot, which is going to put somebody down on the ground. We'll grab that for him. Wait, no, we can't even. Wait, we can do this one. Freaking out here. Bursting arrow. Why not? Just to get an idea, you know, we'll take a look at him. And we are right up, straight up the middle with him. No, everybody else is good. Let's look at his stuff real quick, though. Where are you at here, sir? There we go. He's got long bar. Now, I don't know about switching weapons on this again. It doesn't look like it. He has Bianca on him. That's his weapon, so you have one. Okay, whatever. Sounds good. New quest, the Deep Roads Expedition. So we got a bunch of quests here. Let's check on our map. We have Sebastian and Worthy. See in our journal what it tells us. New home, go to Gamlin's home in Lowtown. And can we mark as active quest? Yes. A friend in the guard, Aveline, may have information about working in the city. with the city guard. Talk to her at the barracks. I don't know that I like that. The Deep Roads expedition. Bring 50 sovereigns to Bartrand to become a partner. A business discussion. Talk to Varric in Lowtown's Hangman's Pub. Varric. I forget who Varric. It's all kind of being thrown at us. What is a long way home? Deliver amulet to the Keeper Marathi in the Dalish Camp. We can't do that yet, can we? Like, there's no way out of town, is there? Viscount's Keep. Worthy. Leave area. I'm going to try to leave the area. I don't know. We're just discovering what's possible in this world. I love it, though. Who's Hightown Market?
Monsieur, surely an adventurer has need of a good tailor?
Probably at some point. Let's just see here. I'm not going to buy anything yet because we don't. What do we have? We don't have a whole lot. I think we have 2 sovereigns and we're trying to collect it, so. Worthy, that's a guy. What is this area stuff?
It's eerie how much resemblance there is between you two.
She's my sister. Of course there's a resemblance.
Oh, you thought I meant Hawke. I was talking about Gamlin.
Maker, I hate you, dwarf.
Does that also mean that the Templar lady, we're not going to have her as often? Like, is it because I'm a female mage, so now we have a fighter and we have a rogue? I don't know. It's just interesting to me. Yeah, gather our party and venture forth. What the hell? Oh my god, Kirkwall Day. I don't know what we're doing here. So confusing. The Black Emporium. Oh, Lowtown. Oh, we could go to Lowtown. The Hangman, accessed by Lowtown. Oh, Darkness Falls. Kirkwall at night. Free marches. Kirkwall at day. I'm freaking out. And I don't know what the Black Emporium is yet. That's part of something we picked up. I don't know. We'll go there soon enough, but... Lowtown at night. Gamlin's house. Sundermount for a long way home. You know what? I'm an idiot, but this is the one I'm going. I'm going. We're leaving town right now and going straight here to deliver this amulet to the elves. Is there a reason we shouldn't? I don't know. Are we breaking the game? Could be. Same thing with, I'm probably going to check out that Black Emporium sooner than later, too. I don't know. If something just kills us here right now, then obviously we don't want to go this way. Alright, let's burn them. If we start getting just toasted, oh, that's corrupted. What else we got? How's everybody holding up? Hey, maybe we get more experience for this too and we go up levels faster. Hey, plus we're getting money. Money, money, money. Which is the whole point anyway, right? We need to take jobs, we need to do... What the hell? Oh, it looked like dragon wings. Maybe it is. Maybe I'm wrong. Drakes? Or flags? So I'll tell you, I don't know what we're getting into. Elf fruit. Was first used by elves of Arlathan, hence the name. The root gave their medicines particular efficacy, so when the Imperium conquered the elves, the Magisters adopted its use, and its popularity spread to all corners of the Empire. You know, we aren't going to actually read all of that, because that's good, though. I'm going to pick and choose a little bit here. Lore and story we're absolutely reading all of. Oh, who are these guys? Is this who we want?
Old Gamlin, your kind are not welcome among the Dalish.
Ooh, is that a little Irish or Scottish? I can't. I have Scottish background, but I'll mix it together with the accents, who knows. What did you call me? What are the Dalish? We know the Dalish are elves, so I'm going to say, what did you call me?
What's a Shemlin?
Elven gibberish.
It means you're not one of the people, and you should leave now.
These elves look crazy. I don't want trouble. I guess we won't be friends. Let me pass. Investigate. Hold on. We are, you know, that's the same thing. I guess we won't be friends. I guess we won't be friends.
I'm not expecting tea and cakes. I just need to see someone.
There's nothing here for any human.
Yeah, well.
Wait. This is the one the Keeper spoke of.
A Shamlan? I thought she'd be an elf.
Enter the camp. Keeper Marathari has been waiting for you.
Cause trouble, and you'll meet our blade, stranger.
I love the elves. Love the... Wait.
Marathari?
There we go.
I was told to bring you this amulet.
Freak out. Holy shit.
Andarana Tishan, travelers. Indeed, I am Keeper Marathari. Let me look at you. There is a light in your heart, human. Don't let it go out. You will need it. Tell me how this burden fell to you, child.
Were you expecting me? Why bring the amulet here? What does the amulet do? I'm gonna say, were you expecting me? We'll start with that.
Your guard said you spoke of me. How did you know I was coming?
I listened. To the wind, to the birds, as the hunters do, to my dreams. I watched the stars. There is great wisdom to be found all around us, if you know how to listen for it. But I was not certain. Nothing is certain.
Okay. What do I do now? No kidding, just take the amulet. Hold on. Why bring it here, though?
Are you the leader of these Dalish? Why did the witch tell me to bring this amulet to you?
I am the keeper of this clan. It is my task to guide my people and to ensure the old ways are not forgotten. As for Asha Belinar, I am tied to her, just as you are, by a debt that must be repaid.
Did you say Asha Belinar? What does the amulet do?
Exactly what have I been carrying around? Is it magic?
It is a promise, child, made by one whose word still has weight. And therefore, it has terrible power. There are few things in this world stronger than a promise kept. Remember that.
I always keep my promises. That's why I'm here. Just take the amulet. I'm gonna say that's why I'm here.
A dragon fell from the sky, charged some darkspawn, then asked me to bring you this amulet. No big deal.
No big deal.
You are blessed by luck, then. I will pray that Mithal watches over your path. The amulet must be taken to an altar at the top of the mountain and given a Dalish rite for the departed. Then, return the amulet to me. Do this and your debt will be repaid.
Are you going to teach me this rite for the departed?
I will send my first with you.
Ooh.
She will see to it the ritual is done.
Who's your first?
And when it is complete, I must ask that you take her with you when you go.
Okay. Who are you sending?
Who is your first? First of what?
Your people would call her my apprentice, or heir. Meryl would have taken my place as keeper. But she has chosen a new path.
Okay.
Please, guide her safely from here.
As you wish. Weird. I don't trust her. I'm gonna say as you wish.
If that's what you want.
It isn't what I want, but it is what she wants. You will find Meryl waiting for you on the trail just up the mountain. Dareth Shiral.
I think I've made this wrong.
Okay. The Tale of Ilorin. In the days after the rising of Zazakel, the Dark Ones covered every corner of the land. The Archdemon drove all the nations of the world before him, Shemlin and Elfhen alike. In the far north, where the hills wander and the plains and the earth is eternally baked beneath the uncaring sun. The lands which the Shemlin call the Anderfels. A clan of our people lived, struggling to survive the blight. Ilorin was their keeper, a hunter in his younger days, crafty as any wolf. He led his people always just ahead of the Darkspawn who chased them, but the old hunter knew that even Hala cannot run forever. They must turn and fight or be run down. At the foot of the Meerdain, the Darkspawn cornered Ilorin's clan. That night the moon was strangled by clouds, the earth concealed by a dread mist that rose out of nowhere, so that the Elfhen could not tell up from down. In the confusion, the Darkspawn attacked. But Aloran had prepared for them. All around the camp the hunters had strewn dry grass, brush, and brambles. When the sound of rustling footfalls began, Aloran and the other Harhrin called upon the old magic. They struck out with lightning, and though the bolts missed the darkspawn, they hit their target all the same. The sea of kindling lit, and not one of the dark creatures made it through the fire to reach Aloran's clan. From the Tale of Aloran, written by Zathrian. Ooh, Zathrian, we know that as it has been passed down from keeper to keeper generations. Yeah, we're going to get references to the first game in here. Oh, Tarath? Who are you?
Watch your steps, yeah. You don't know how many Dalish arrows are trained on you right now.
Huh, funny. What's up, Varric?
Something about this whole creepy ancient magic thing makes me nervous.
Hey, we're not actually thinking you're wrong there, bud. The hell? Oh, Keeper Marathi, we just talked to. I'm looking at these X's on
An human. If the Keeper wants you here, then be welcome.
Okay, then be welcome. Who are you? Oh, Vaseline Blood Writing. After my encounter with the Dalish elves on the road to Navara, I studied every book on the elves I could find. I sought out legends and myths and history and tried to make sense of it all. But there's only so much one can learn from the books. I knew that in order to truly understand the Dalish, I would have to seek them out, a dreadful idea in hindsight. In my defense, I was young and also inebriated when the idea popped into my head. Unfortunately, even after I had regained some measure of sobriety, the idea still held appeal. It proved remarkably resistant to my attempts to ignore it. I gave in after months of nagging thought at the back of my head and set out to learn about the Dalish firsthand. I tramped through the forest bordering Orlais for weeks before I finally found or was found by a Dalish hunter. I stumbled into one of his traps and suddenly was hanging from a tree with a rope about my ankles. So there I was, defenseless, upside down with my robe over my head, my underclothes on display. Descriptions of my predicament might elicit laughter these days, but trust me when I say it was a situation I would not wish on anyone. Thankfully, my ridiculous appearance may have caused my captor to stay his hand. What threat is a silly human with his pants showing? And so he sat, made a small fire, and began to skin the deer he had caught. I soon mustered the courage to speak. I tried to assure him that I was not there to harm him, but he laughed at this and replied that if I were there to harm him, I had failed terribly. Eventually we got to talking, and when I say talking, I mean that I asked him questions and occasionally he would deign to answer. He told me that while the Dalish actively seek out human travelers to rob or frighten, most of his people would rather be left alone. He seemed to believe that punishing the humans for past actions only led to more violence. I asked him about, which actually that plays into our last game. I asked him about the intricate tattoos on his face. He told me they were called his Valaslin, blood writing. His were symbols of Andruil the Huntress, and one of the most highly revered elven goddesses. He said that Dalish marked themselves to stand out from the humans and from those of their kin who had chosen to live under human rule. He said the Valaslin remind people that they must never again surrender their beliefs. Hey man, new tribalism. People still do it today, right? That's what tattoos and stuff are for. When he finished skinning the deer, he cut me down. Cut me down. By the time I righted myself and conquered the dizziness of all the blood rushing out of my head, he was gone. I do not recommend that my readers seek out the Dalish for themselves. I was very lucky to have met the man I did and to have walked away from our meeting unscathed. Perhaps the Maker watches over those who seek knowledge with an open heart. I certainly would like to think so. We're going to try to be nice to the elves here, but that's from In Pursuit of Knowledge, from Brother Genitivi, The Travels of a Chantry Scholar. Been there, met that dude. Alright, very cool. I love it. That's not somebody to talk to.
I picked it while I was hunting. Not a lot of game, plenty of wildflowers.
That's very sweet, Chandon.
Oh, another couple?
An Ethera human. If the Keeper wants you here, then be welcome.
That's fine. Okay, well, I think did we come in this way? There's so many paths, this is kind of weird. I thought we came in that other way.
You weren't here this morning.
Oh, this is the path up to the hill. Let's check our map, actually. Crazy, there's other stuff that other way. Well, let's come up here and talk, and do we get another party member? Awesome, love it. This is another woman, a girl. What's she got on her?
I didn't hear. You must be the one the Keeper told me about. Anethera. I'm so sorry. I didn't ask your name. Unless... It's not rude to ask a human their name, is it? I'm Meryl, which you probably knew already. I'm rambling, sorry.
I love her immediately. She's my favorite. I want to hug her. Every elf in this may be the coolest elves I've ever seen in any game. People, you can argue with me, tell me in the comments that you disagree. That's cool. But just off my first impressions, I'm loving this. I just love the way they look. It's alien and slightly, it's awesome. Let's talk to her. Why leave your clan?
Why are you leaving the Dalish for Kirkwall?
I have to. Let's leave it at that for now, all right?
Did you do... Well, I'm going to leave it. What was that? What's the matter? Why? What was that with that thing you were holding on to?
Did you hear that strange noise?
Oh, I didn't hear anything.
Oh, also, I kind of like her, our old mage in Origins ended up with the cloak or the clothes or the robe that had those like kind of pauldrons, and she kind of has those too, so just kind of interesting playback to fashion. What's the matter? What's wrong? Tell us.
You seem awfully nervous.
I've never met a human before. Dalish mothers frighten their children with stories about you, Not you, personally, of course. I'm sure they don't have any tales about you. Or not scary ones, at least.
Not yet.
Not that you're not notable enough to have a story. I'll just shut up now.
Nice to meet you. Don't be so nervous. Let's get going. Or, we asked why leave your clan. We already asked these things. What was that? Who are you? How about that?
We didn't get a proper introduction.
I am... or was, I suppose. The first to keep a Marathari. I've studied the old ways for as long as I can remember. I know things. The law of the Dalish that can help us get to the summit of Sandamort.
Oh, that's awesome. I think we're good on the talking, right? Yeah, so let's say nice to meet you, don't be so nervous. I'm saying nice to meet you?
My name is Hawke. Glad to make your acquaintance, Meryl.
Thank you. I'm afraid I'm not very experienced with your kind. The Keeper said you came from Ferelden. I spent most of my life there. We only came north a few years ago. Have you been in the Free Marches long? Do you like it here?
There's opportunity. Could be worse. I had to come here. I'm going to say it could be worse.
Oh, I miss the cold. And the dirt. Kirkwall's not brown enough for me. But hey, no Darkspawn.
Ferelden wasn't that brown. The dirt and muck gave it character. We should go. Your task is for Asha Bellinar. It's not wise to make her wait.
Asha Bellinar. Tell me about this rite. Come on.
What do we have to do with the amulet?
It's a funeral of sorts. I'll perform it when we get to the mountaintop.
Of sorts,
Getting there is the tricky part. Our hunters haven't been able to reach the summit. Dark things are about.
Dark things. I hope we can handle it. I'm ready. You know about my task?
I take it you've been expecting me to bring this amulet for some time.
The Keeper brought us here to wait for you. I don't know much more than that. I do know that you have Asha Bellinar's amulet. And we must bring it to the altar on the mountaintop. Nothing more.
Alright, have you met Asha Bellinar?
Do you know the witch who sent me here?
No, not personally.
Oh, she's no.
My people tell stories of her, though. You're very lucky. Most people who meet Asha Bellinar wind up in little pieces, hanging from the trees.
Oh, well, if they come hunting her, especially, I would think. I need supplies? I don't know. I'm just gonna say we're ready to go.
Let's get this over with.
Alright, we're ready to head up to the top of the place. We'll see what happens. Do we have her with us now? No, she's just gonna follow with us? Okay, well, let's head to the top of the mountain. Let's get through this ritual, and we're gonna do it all in the next episode.